Hi, this is Tina. I'm from Beacon International College, Singapore, and today we are having our live session, none other than with our guest, our program manager for Cardiff Metropolitan University, Mr. Andrea Moro. Hello, Mr. Andrea.
Hello, Tina. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well indeed, thank you. I'm very excited to be here today.
Thanks for coming to our live session. And today we have very special questions from the students. They will be very happy if you can answer this question for them.
Absolutely, yes. It will be my pleasure.
Shall we start with the questions?
For sure.
Okay, so our very first question was student always ask, why students should choose Beacon International College?
Right, yes, that's actually a very good question to start with. Why Beacon International College? Look, my experience with Beacon is a little bit more than 3 years now. And what I can say, one of our strengths is our family atmosphere. We are a relatively small college within the landscape of secondary education, and that allows us to provide that one-to-one experience with our students. Every student, from the moment that they walk through the door or they log into our website to start inquiring about their education, they will be followed by someone. Once they eventually come to the college, we have relatively low ratios, student to teachers ratios, especially for the degree programs. We can actually afford that extra time with the students. I personally remember the names of all the students that we have. If you name one student, I can actually picture that student in my mind. So that tells you the amount of time that we spend with them. So that is, let's say, a soft part of the why. But there's also a more technical reason because we are an accredited college in Singapore. We have an EduTrust license. The college has been operating for a long time into the Singapore marketplace. So a lot of experience, very good programs, strong partnerships with different education overseas, continuing launching new programs, innovating. So yeah, these are the main aspects why students should choose, in my opinion, why students should choose Beacon. And this is also the feedback that we get from students that graduate from us.
Thanks for answering this question. I'm sure that student will be very, very benefited with your answers. So the next question which we have is, what program is Beacon offering?
Okay, yeah, many. Obviously my area of expertise is the degree program, but also we do other programs from diploma to higher diploma. We also have a higher national diploma in association with Beeson's BTEC. And then we have our main program with the Cardiff Metropolitan University, which is a bachelor degree in international hospitality management. We also have just approved a master's program. So it will be a Master of Science in International Hospitality and Tourism Management. And we're in the process of getting approval for an additional bachelor degree program as well, which is a little bit of a mix of hospitality and tourism. Also, we do offer a Bachelor in International Business Administration as well.
That's great. That's great to hear that Beacon is offering master program going to start very soon. So now let's move on to our next question.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, please,
Yes.
please.
So, no. What I wanted to add to the previous answer is that shows that there is a little bit for everyone. So if your intention is, look, I want to get a diploma because then I want to enter the workforce and gain some work experience and maybe later on in my life return to studies, you can do that. You just do a diploma and they will equip you with some hard skills to go and work, into a hospitality industry. But if you are more academic oriented, then you can, do a degree, and if you qualify for a master's program, you can also do that, and that will provide you with additional skills that then you can use in order to find employment. So essentially, to repeat, there is a little bit for everyone. It doesn't matter who you are and what you want to do. You want to study and go back to work, can. You want to study and then study more, can. You just want to go and get an academic formation, also can. So yeah, a little bit for everyone.
Yes, that's great. That's great. So I hope students, you're hearing what Mr. Andrea is saying. So I hope you get benefited with his answer. So let's move on to our next question. Are there any pathway program available after students study with us?
Yeah, absolutely. And these links very much in what I was with the answer that I provided before. So let's assume that you're a student and you come into Singapore to Beacon and you do a diploma in hospitality management. Then as you are studying, you are finding that actually you do like it. It is something that you want to do more. You want to further your education. So you can then enroll into an advanced diploma. You can also decide that you want to continue to do that. So then you can progress to a degree program. So what I'm trying to say is that your diploma that you just finished, it's not going to go to waste. You don't have to start from zero again if you want to do a degree program. So there are different entry levels into the degree program. So you can enter a level year one, which is level 4. But also, if you have done already a diploma with us, you can provide it. It is an application process, but most likely you can enter the degree program into the year 2 directly. If you have completed with us a diploma, a higher diploma, then you can go straight into a third final year of the degree program. Similarly, if you have completed the higher national level 5 BTEC program with us, you most likely be able to enter the degree program directly at the final year. So all I'm saying is that again, to reinforce what I was saying before, there is a little bit for everyone. You start, you like it, you want to continue, you can progress to a higher diploma. You want to know more, you want to have more academic knowledge, then you can progress to a degree program. So definitely there are pathways. Now with the new master's program that we have just approved, again, you finish your degree with us. If you are interested and you want to continue, then you can progress to a master's program. There are also possibilities to do. You might want to do degree here in Singapore with us, and then if you want to get an international experience, the university will accept you into the master's program, provided that you have all the requisites, the visa requirements, and so on and so forth. But you can apply and enter one of the master's programs. As a matter of fact, we have 2 students that just graduated last year, and they have been accepted into a master's program in the UK with Cardiff Metropolitan University. So many pathways. What I say, life is good because it's different. Having options, having choices is a great thing. So here at Beacon, we're giving you a lot of options and we're giving you a lot of choices, and I'm sure that there's one that can suit you.
Thank you so much for this answer, and I'm sure that we can, I hope the students who always ask this question from our marketing team about the pathway option, I'm sure that you have got your answer. And the most important question which I have at this moment, which always we get from students, what is the university grading system of Cardiff Metropolitan University?
Yeah, that's a very good question. The grading system is consistent with the UK national system. So we work on an understanding that whatever works in the UK is applied here. At the end, when the students graduate, they will graduate with a degree issued by the university, so by Cardiff Metropolitan University. So the grading system is the same as it is in the UK. So when we talk about grading system for a undergraduate program, so a bachelor program, the pass rate required is 40%. Then you can graduate with once your final all your modules that have been taken, all the results that have been processed. So what it will show on your degree, your GPA or your general average score, it will be shown as a third class. It will be shown as a second lower, second upper, or first class honor. So in order to achieve a first class honor, you need to have an average grade of 70 or above. Second class upper is 60 to 69. Second class lower, 50 to 59. And third class is 40 to 49. So this is for the undergraduate program, so for the bachelor program. In terms of postgrad, it's slightly different. So for the master's program, pass rate is 50%, and masters they will not show. So you will have a master's with pass, merit, or distinction. So it's slightly different.
That's great.
I hope this answered the question.
Yes. Actually, it cleared a lot of doubts of even marketing team as well. I'm sure they also got a lot of information with this conversation. So our next question, which always we get from the student, what is the career prospect for students?
In terms of employment,
They
after the degree, yeah.
Yes, after the degree, can they get a straight away manager position in a hotel or in a restaurant, or they can work in a different sector apart from hospitality?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is a very valid question because at the end of the day, it is a big investment in terms of time, efforts, economic investment as well, not to forget. And then students, they want to know eventually, what can I do with this degree? And look, here in Singapore, we've been actually quite successful. A lot of our students, after graduating, they gain full-time employment either here in Singapore or back in their home country. In terms of what jobs, it's a difficult answer. It's a difficult question to answer because depends many factors: market, economy, conditions, the individual. But I can tell you from experience that most of the students that graduated and they have full-time employment, they are as a minimum in a supervisory role. Some they are in a junior management position, and that's exactly what the bachelor program is aimed at. So to equip students, graduates, with the hard and soft skills that they will require in the work environment. And when I say soft skills, I'm talking about problem solving skills, time management skill, organizational skills, team working skills, communication skills. And those are what we refer to as a transferable skill. So to answer the part of your question where you say, do they have to work in the hospitality industry or can they go in other industries? Well, those skills, they apply anywhere. If you are a good team player, if you are great at solving problems, you can apply that in any industry. Of course, the hard skills that we teach, they are very much specific to the hospitality. So as a consequence, majority of our students, they do gain employment into the hospitality or tourism industry.
So we'll move out to our next question, which we always get from our student, and it will be great if Mr. Andrea can answer this question for us. Why students should choose Cardiff Metropolitan University?
Yeah, this is a great question. This is a question that we actually get a lot as well. And look, I've made some point. I wrote down some points for myself because there are so many too hard to remember all of them. But if we think about that, Cardiff Metropolitan University has been collaborating overseas since 1990. So that shows you that there is depth in the relationships that they have with their international partners. It's not something that, you know, they've decided last minute, let's go into the international market. So, you know, showing you over you know, so many years of experience in the international market, they must be doing something right. They have locations in approximately 15 places around the world, from Sri Lanka, Vietnam, obviously Singapore, in the Middle East, just to name a few. Beacon International College has been collaborating with Cardiff Metropolitan University since 2017. Some statistics about Cardiff Metropolitan University has been ranked second in the UK for hospitality research studies, which is great. It's ranked, their hospitality management program is ranked number 19th in the UK. Also has been ranked top for overall international student support. 95.6% of graduates secure employment after they complete the degree with Cardiff Metropolitan University. And that covers not only those studying in the UK, but also those studying overseas. So as you can see, you know, there's a lot of depth. This is a university that has been operating in the international market for a long time. They have very strong relationships with many partners. That means that best practices are shared around the world, and the results that talk. I mean, the ranking is fantastic. So to be ranked number 19 for the hospitality program in the UK is a good achievement. So definitely, these are all good reasons why you as a student, you should choose a university such as Cardiff Metropolitan University, and why us as a college in Singapore, we should partner with a university such as this.
That's great. I'm sure the students must be benefited again with the answer. So this is a personal question which I'm going to ask you from the marketing side.
Sure.
Can our students who are studying, who are joining Beacon International College, those who are joining Cardiff Metropolitan University, can after completing their first year, second year with us, can they go to final year to UK directly?
Yes, it is possible. Essentially, students that graduate from our program, so Beacon International College, Bachelor of International Hospitality Management with CMET, essentially they have a degree that is issued by the university. So they can go and knock on any doors in the UK, and they will, you know, they will receive virtually the same treatment as if they had studied in the UK. Obviously, there are for international students there are visa requirements that needs to be taken in mind. To specifically answer your question, can they do year 1 and year 2 with Beacon and then transfer to the UK? Yes, it is possible. It is a little bit more difficult because the terms and the semesters, they are not directly aligned. So it needs a little bit of a fine tuning, and it needs a little bit of a discussion with the university to make sure that you know, the student doesn't get penalized where they have to repeat a module, or they have to wait you know, an excessive amount of time in between let's say year 2 and year 3 because they need to join the program at the right time. So it is possible. It does require a little bit of fine tuning and a little bit of extra work. So it is a case by case.
That's great. Also, if I'm not wrong, those students who are graduating, they can also they can also join the graduation program in UK as well.
Yes, correct. They can also attend the graduation ceremony in the UK. They do get invited, so all graduating students towards the end of their you know course, they will get an email directly from the UK, but we also remind them, inviting them to join the graduation ceremony in the UK, which is a great thing to do. I know for a fact that there have been a few students that have done so, and they've really benefited from that.
That's great. Thank you so much, Mr. Andrea, once again for answering all the questions. And I'm sure students who are watching us live at this moment, they can get benefited. And if you have more questions to ask from us, you can always email to inquiry@beacon.edu.sg, and we shall get back to you within 3 working days. Thank you so much once again.
That's fantastic. I'm very happy to be here today.